Testing mic, testing mic. Okay, so I really didn't expect them to put out another trailer before the 3.7 update went live. In fact, I'm pre-downloading 3.7 right now as I'm recording this. But apparently they've uploaded another little teaser trailer thingy. I'm not entirely sure what this is. It says The Longest Night Amphoreus Countdown. Now, for those who don't know, there's been a few little mini trailers that have only been releasing in CN, where they've been doing some little updates and countdowns to the Amphoreus patch going live. I think there's like 5 of those out. I watched them on, what was it? George Experience's live stream yesterday, or last night technically, because it is, at the current time of recording, 11:41 on the 4th. This apparently dropped like 6 or 7 hours ago, so I really don't know what to say about it. Maybe this is an EN version of one of those trailers. It has the word countdown in it, and that's all I really have to go off of. Because we literally have, like, less than 24 hours before this goes live. But if you haven't watched those countdown trailers, I'm sure you can find them if you just type in Amphoreus Countdown, although this is probably going to destroy the algorithm, make it harder to find those. But, some of them are basically just showing what the people that are outside of Amphoreus are doing in the build-up and lead-up to the alliance that's going up against Iron Tomb. Like, what Herta's group's doing, what the IPC's doing, what's going on with this weird antivirus thingy that they're making to help combat Iron Tomb. Like a vaccine in some way. What the Intelligentsia Guild is doing, what the Galaxy Rangers are doing, what the Lafu and the Zanjo Alliance are doing. Stuff like that. That's what's going on in those countdown trailers. But as for this, I'm not entirely sure. Well, lastly, before we begin, just a reminder, if you want to see more content like this, I do have a playlist on the channel, and you can request other stuff for me to react to if you politely do so through my Discord. You could put it in the comments here, I might read it, I might not. And links are always where links are. Anywho, lastly, what do we have? A description to read. That's what we have. You may not have realized it, but you and Amphoreus have walked a very long path together. And it's still not over yet, is it? So on a peaceful night like this, how about one more story? There's no voice actors credited, so this might honestly just be a sequence of images.
It's so quiet here.
There's voice acting.
I can hear the sound of your heart beating.
Have we heard this voice line before?
You may not have realized it, but you and Amphoreus have walked.
Oh, they're just saying what was in the description.
And it's still not over yet, is it? So,
filling up the loop or the hourglass.
How about one more story?
Alright, Big Greenie, what do you got for me?
Once upon a time, there was a crystal flower waiting to bloom.
Crystal flower?
So clear and pure, it could scatter the light into 12 brilliant hues.
Like a prism effect, I guess.
The little fairy wondered, just how beautiful would such a dazzling flower be when it finally bloomed?
A little fairy, huh?
And so they stayed by the crystal flower's side, waiting and waiting.
This is probably an allegory.
One day, perhaps it was the wind playing a prank. The crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered into 1,000 pieces.
Is this...
The little fairy must have been so sad. But when
wonder if this is an allegory for Fuli and the pure children of Anasraba.
Ah. It seems we have a little troublemaker. There isn't much time left, my friend. But not to worry. In this final flame chase journey, let us all walk towards the end with smiles upon our faces.
I don't like the tone this is taking. That it? Uh-oh. Anomaly data detected. Initiating purge protocol. Process loading. Can't read that. Goodbye, Amphoreus. Interesting. It's not spelled really correctly. My head's blocking a little bit of this. Oh, there he is. It's Iron Tomb. Well, that's not ominous at all. It's probably going to be a little bit of a short one because I do have to leave in like 15 minutes. So let's do some brief little analysis. There isn't much in here, surprisingly. I don't have much to talk about. So obviously this first section here is all just... This first entire section here is all just Cyrene basically giving the description. Up until we get to Once Upon a Time, the flowers waiting to bloom. There's definitely a lot of imagery, and there's a lot of references to like a prism, like how a light or a crystalline structure, when light passes through it, it splits it into multiple colors. That definitely seems to be what they're going for here. And it makes me wonder, curiously, because they're saying that this crystal flower shatters into multiple shards in the same way that the light shatters into multiple colors through the prism. I wonder if Cyrene is giving herself as Mem in this allegory, or if it's actually a bigger allegory for something like Mem representing Fuli, or the flower representing Fuli, because Fuli is apparently shattering or breaking off shards, and those shards are becoming the pure children of Inasrava, Fuli's children, or descendants, or scions of remembrance, if you want to call them that. So I'm not entirely sure. This could be interpreted so many different ways. Now, we didn't talk about it on the first watch through, but I want to take a little closer look at this section here. When they lowered their head, they were surprised to find a little troublemaker. So it looks like she's trying to paint Itis Elysiae on this light cone-like structure. It's supposed to be a book. It's clearly supposed to be a book. But when I see a rectangular object like this in Honkai Star Rail, I'm going to think light cone. So it looks like she's trying to paint a light cone or something here, but it's being corrupted and overridden with this weird destruction of Amphoreus. And this is obviously supposed to be reminiscent of the Black Tide. It has the same red square blocky effect. And it's basically just glitching in and out. However, what's a little bit more concerning is this is also starting to affect Cyrene. So maybe this could be foreshadowing that Cyrene is somewhat affected by the Black Tide. This is something that I feel like hasn't really come up much since like 3.4. But it's all entirely possible at any point that the Black Tide could start corrupting any member of the Chrysos heirs. So I'm actually of the opinion that one or more characters might permanently die in the events 3.7. I hope no one does, but at the same time, we killed off like 3 people in the Penacony story permanently. Gallagher's gone, Misha's gone. Air quotes, they can exist in the form of Memoria, so you can bring anyone back technically. Death is not super permanent. And in fact, if you want to count the people who... Actually, Sunday technically died in Penacony too. But if you want to count the fact that Fugue and Sunday came back, we got 2 negative deaths that are canceling out the 2 actual deaths that happened. Lastly, let's just take a look at this loading sequence again. It's very interesting. Let's try to do some translating here. So each of these symbols appear on an English keyboard as the shift key buttons for the numbers. So like hashtag being 3, the ampersand or upper symbol being 6. This is an ampersand. This is 7, and the asterisk is on 8. These are numbers. Percent is on 5, $signs on 4. Again, asterisk is on 8. And hashtag is on 3. 8, 2, 0. Don't recognize this symbol. 4, 8. This is just a minus. This could be a period. equal sign and plus sign are interchangeable, slash 8 7 5 4 8, and then we get goodbye, Amphoreus. But I'm wondering why there's extra characters here. This also is an anomaly data detected, so if we remember correctly, Saridra also did alter the rules of Amphoreus so that if an anomaly was detected, it would allow Iron Tomb to awaken during the Era Nova. So perhaps we're going to force Iron Tomb to awake, and that's how then we're going to fight him. But I'm not entirely sure. It's me again. This is Dan from the future. More specifically, this is Dan at practically 6 p.m. at night. I recorded my reaction to The Longest Night. I was about to sit down and start editing it after I had just gotten home. And a buddy of mine in the time since then has told me that on the HoYoLAB page, they've been updating it. And they've been adding these little posts throughout the day. And that's what this countdown was supposedly a reference to, I guess. 13 hours ago, we got The Longest Night, Aglaia, Chrysos, Chrysalis of Gold. Does this link to something else? No, that just links to the main post. May romance be with you on your journey. 12 hours ago, The Longest Night, Tribios, the Gate of Infinity. Let passage point the way forward. 11 hours ago, The Longest Night, Midamos, Lance of Fury. Let strife bestow you with inspiration. The Longest Night, Castorus, 9 hours ago. Allow death to protect your soul. Looks like they've been basically posting one of these an hour. Or maybe two of them an hour. 9 hours ago, The Longest Night, Anaxagoras, Bow of the Rift, and Reason grant you enlightenment. We're basically going in release order, which means next up is Hyacinthia, Eye of Twilight. Sky shall rain, rays of dawn for you. I don't like that it's cutting them all off at the face. It's just like nose downward. The Longest Night, 6 hours ago, 7 hours ago. Sephara, the Coin of Whimsy. Trickery, ensure your success. They're never going to let us know what this guy's real name is. Just say it's Chaos already. Or Chaos. Or Kevin. The Longest Night, Kazlana. The world-bearing shall not be forgotten. And then become update news. Until 2 hours ago. Electra, the Chalice of Plenty. The ocean shall dance at your command. The Longest Night, Saridra, Scale of Justice, also 2 hours ago. Let law crush every injustice. And 1 hour ago. The Longest Night, March 7th, Veil of Evernight. Time shall engrave your journey into memory. And literally minutes ago, before I started this recording, I would have done this recording a little bit ago, but my internet crashed. Like, literally 10 seconds after this post came out. The Longest Night. Dan Hung, Pillar of Stone. The earth itself shall stand guard upon our path. And I assume in like 1 hour when the patch goes live, or 2 hours when the patch goes live, there'll probably be one more from Cyrene. If I had to guess. Or Dan Hung might be the last one, because he was the last released character. Because these are more or less in the exact order that they were released. And, well, I'm going to jump back into editing these. And if before... I'm going to keep refreshing this page while I'm editing. And if one of them gets posted before I finish uploading it, I'll post it here. If not, the link is HoYoLAB.com account/center postlid yada yada yada. Maybe I'll just copy this link and I'll post it somewhere in the description when I put this up on YouTube in like 2 hours. Anywho, I've rambled on for about 7 minutes and I'm running out of things to talk about. Anything else I put out would just be pure speculation at this point, and I want to save my time so that I can actually edit this later tonight and have this out for you by the end of the day. I'm going to be very busy, and I won't be home till like 7 o'clock, so yeah, this is not going to get done for like 8 hours. By the time I put this out, Amphoreus 3.7 patch will probably be out. So, to wrap it up, I'll see you all in 3.7, where I don't really have a lot of pulls. I'll probably throw some money at Hyacinth. And since Cyrene is going to be on banner for all of 3.7, if I don't get Hyacinth by the end of 3.7 Phase 1, I'll just dump the rest of my pulls on Cyrene because I don't really care all that much. I heard Dahlia's kit leaked for 3.8, and her animations or something have also leaked. I haven't looked at them too much. I definitely haven't looked at her animations, but I have seen her kit. I won't mention it here because I don't talk about leaks on this channel. We talked about leaks for Castor's kit, but generally V1 leaks, sometimes I get sent them or sometimes I get shown them, and I generally don't give a crap about V1 leaks because 9 times out of 10, that's not what the unit's going to look like when they come out. I'm rambling at this point. Join the Discord if you want to stay informed on anything else going on the channel. We go live at Twitch TV/SheetStreams. In fact, we're going to be going live later tonight at around 9 p.m., where I will be finishing the Luna 2 update in Genshin Impact. And that's it for highlights, updates, etc. That's the playlist where this is going to get dumped in. See you all when I see ya. Stay safe out there.